Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We're out here in nature. Are you being brainwashed right now? Brainwashing. I got a question that came in asking how to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. And I was thinking, that's a good question. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? How is it for you? Do you wake up, turn on your phone and have like 100 messages? No? You got one? At least you got one. We are being bombarded left, right, and center with tons of information. And even I get overwhelmed. Okay, I go into my email account and see so many messages, I don't even know what to do. Right? Certain times you turn on the radio or the TV if you still watch it, and there are just so many people just talking and information everywhere. And you have to ask yourself, are these my thoughts or someone else's? Slow motion this side. Right? I got to share with you what helped me along my journey overcome brainwashing. Okay? Because for a long time, I was brainwashed. Even the cat down the road was brainwashed too. Right? You're probably brainwashed right now. When you don't ask yourself, whose thoughts are these? Are these my thoughts, or are these thoughts which have been handed down to me from my parents, their parents, and their parents? So, who am I, right? The Hopi said, okay, the one who tells the story rules the world. So I started to realize reality is nothing more than an elaborate story we choose to believe in. And to really get to the truth of who we really are, we have to begin to let go of that story we have been given. Slow motion this side. So we have a lot to dive into. 10 secret ways to brainwash anybody. Okay? This is how they do it. Let's talk about the mainstream media. Now, the first secret way I started to discover how to stop being brainwashed by the mainstream media is that, look, as soon as you read a newspaper, you turn on the TV, you have to ask yourself, is this a script or what? I saw a video once where there was like a news reporter saying something, and on another channel, they were saying the exact same thing. And on another channel, they were saying the exact same thing. And I'm like, how is this possible? Okay, then I started to realize that about 6 corporations own most of the media. Okay, so every news story has an agenda behind it. Okay, so that's really what helped me to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. Now, we can talk about the goddess Medea, which means, okay, her trait was cunning, right? You got to realize this is all about mythology here. So Medea is really Medea, who was a Greek goddess. One of her traits was cunning. So Shakespeare said, the whole world is a stage and we are all actors. Okay, that's a profound line. And when I was coming out of being brainwashed, right? Coming out of being brainwashed for so long, I started to get it. Like, this is just an act, right? Because it's like cut, editing, this, that, okay? So it's a story. And when you have his story, if you break down the words, you have his story, not your story. It's someone else's version of what took place. So they often say history, his story is written by the winners. Okay, so throughout time, many people who have lost in battle haven't been able to share their story, so you've never even got to hear their own perspective on it. Slow motion this side. Right? So you can talk about the Native Americans, right? The indigenous Aborigines, right? All over the planet, never got to tell their side of the story, right? So history is often told by the winners of war. So I started to realize that I get it. What Shakespeare was saying, the whole world is a stage, is that, look, this is all like theater and it's all scripted. And for you to be able to see and read between the lines, you've got to be very, what we call, diligent. Okay? Got to be very diligent. You got to use what we call discernment, which is the ability to judge well. So if you read a story in the newspaper or you watch something on the TV, don't just be so quick to believe it, right? Put a big question mark and then say, okay, how much of this could be true? And then you got to do your own research, right? Don't take anything I say as the truth. I'm not here to give you the truth. I'm only here to give you a perspective of the truth, right? Okay, what's the second secret way to brainwash anyone, right? How to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. When I was awakening, right, as my third eye was buzzing a bit more, I started to see reality in a whole different way. Now I connect with millions of people. A lot of deep divers, they write to me saying that they've gone through a massive awakening. Life just isn't the same. Maybe they read a book, okay? You watched a documentary, or maybe you just landed in nature with a whole bunch of grapes in your mouth. That happens too, okay? And now it's like, oh my gosh, right? People talk of derealization. Oh my God, right? What is this planet? Don't worry about it, right? So I started to realize how they get you, right, is that they work on your emotions. Everything is to keep you in a perpetual state of survival. Because human beings, I said, I pray for the day we celebrate good news the way we focus on bad news. Slow motion this side. Fear, fear, fear. Now you're very emotional, but it's working towards your lower desires and lower energies, right? So they get you emotionally first, right? Massive story. 100 people died here, 100 people died there, right? Massive tornado coming to get you right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Survival mode. I need to run somewhere, right? So bad news has become addictive. And I said, when I was thinking of starting Infinite Waters many years ago and just sharing with the world, I said, I don't want to go down that route. I know though, it's going to get more views. If you focus on the fear, that's what many of us have been conditioned to receive, okay? We're open to bad news. When you want to talk about uplifting topics in an uplifting way, you got to be a genius to pull that off, right? We've done it here because we're in nature, baby, right? But you see, this is where the world is heading to. People are tired of the bad news and people really want a better world, okay? So just become aware of, if you see something, see how you react to it first, right? Is it getting you in your emotions, right? But you see, you can be brainwashed in a negative way or a positive way. Like you can tell yourself, I love myself, I love myself. That is positive brainwashing. Negative brainwashing is to be in a perpetual state of fear and anxiety, thus making you scared to go outside. Go outside, baby. It's a beautiful day. 7-day vegan challenge, right? How to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. Allopathic medicine is where you only focus on treating the symptoms, right? You got a cough. Oh, take some cough medicine, right? And that's what a lot of the mainstream media promote, allopathic medicine. Now, naturopathic medicine is where you treat the underlying causes of any disease, right? A lot of diseases are psychosomatic. A lot of diseases, you come to learn prevention is better than cure. So 7-Day Vegan Challenge, I started to realize, okay, I don't want to keep taking this medication, right? Because I'm not feeling good. I started to see, okay, naturopathic medicine, I've got to start changing my whole diet. And once I started to eat a more plant-based diet, eat more alkaline foods, those juicy tomatoes, those mushrooms, that kale, that watercress, get those antioxidants in the bloodstream, I started to feel better than ever, and all the diseases went away. Okay, so ask yourself, when I'm tuning into any mainstream media, are they promoting naturopathic medicine or not? If they aren't, chances are you are being brainwashed to only believe that there isn't a cure, when actually there is a cure, but it's big business, right? The pharmaceutical industry is a billion-dollar industry, right? There is no money in the cure. Oh my gosh, I know, it sucks, right? Okay, what's number 4? Now, don't invest your emotions into anything you just read or see without knowing it for yourself, okay? Because once again, going back, the whole world is a stage and we're all actors. Now, spirituality is all about moving past the act into the state of being. Slow motion this side. And becoming your greatest version is about that too. Okay? When you invest emotion into something which may not even be true, you invest your emotions, you get all worked up because of a news story. Once again, they've got you. That's how so many people get brainwashed, because once again, you fall for the bait. Okay? Don't fall for the bait. Okay? And that's what will help you overcome being brainwashed. Start to question more. Start to ask why, when, how, who. Keep going, right? And you'll be just fine. Number 5, everything is in reverse. I started to realize my awakening came when I started to have flashbacks of being in ancient Egypt. Okay? And I know a lot of deep divers have had the same thing. Okay? They have images of being in different places many, many thousands of years ago. Okay? Time didn't even exist, right? It doesn't even exist, right? You just know you are an ancient soul, an old soul, okay? Now, everything is in reverse. How the mainstream media gets you is to say that if you want to talk about truth, it's not cool, right? The more you dumb down, the more popular you will be. And we see it time and time again, okay? Because everything is in reverse. You live in reverse, L-I-V-E, it becomes evil. It becomes evil, E-V-I-L. Now check this out. Rumi, okay, the great poet. You see a lot of his quotes, right, here and there on the internet. You see, everything gets re-reversed as time goes on. Because when the prophets were here, when people were sharing great wisdom, during their time, no one cared. They cared about the singers, the pop stars, and these people. Now, as time goes on, people, they start going back to the wisdom, because the wisdom is the truth, right? They are people like Rumi. They're getting you to focus on yourself to help you become your greatest version. Feel alive, become your greatest version. I'm doing the same thing. But you see, people want fireworks. Now, to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media, see how they are trying to reverse things, okay? Are they making it cool to drink alcohol? Certain times you see commercials of people drinking and they're having a good time. Well, alcohol actually ruins a lot of people's lives. So once again, they're trying to reverse it. So you got to become very aware of the mind games and manipulation that's being played out, and then it no longer affects you. Okay, and just remind yourself that you got to let love guide you and not fear. And in the end, everything gets re-reversed anyway. We are living in a time, this is a great time to be alive, because more people are open to the truth than ever before. And this, mark my words, is going to be the new trend. It already is. We're already doing it. I'm reaching millions. I'm just talking, right? But it's going to come even more intensely, right? More intense, because a lot of young people are waking up on the planet. Color schemes, right? How to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media. Look at the color schemes. If you have a lot of red in a news report, chances are it's working on the lower chakras. It's to get you in survival mode, fight or flight. Okay, so look at the color schemes, right? We'll come to that later in another video. Okay, blues are very calming. Okay, Edward Bernays, the master of advertising, noticed how color schemes controlled people's behavior, right? He actually had women smoking cigarettes, made it sexy. Okay, a lot of the packaging was red, and people started buying a lot of cigarettes, right? Just through color schemes and imagery manipulation. So become aware of color schemes. If it's a lot of red, chances are it's based on emergency, survival, and fear. A lot of blue, you don't really see it in a lot of mainstream media, right? Because that will chill you out. What else? Instead of fighting what you hate, you don't have to fight the mainstream media. It doesn't exist. It's just in the mind, right? You have to start promoting what you love. Slow motion this side. Instead of attacking what you hate, start promoting what you love, okay? And that's the best way to do it. That's what's helped me along my journey. Start your own YouTube channel, start your own media channel. People are doing on Instagram, sharing inspiring posts. That's the best way to go. Create a website and share to the world your own version of your story, because we only have stories. Everyone has a story, okay? The truth is nothing more than everybody's collective combined story, right? It's just the whole collection of the story. Everyone has a different perspective, and that's beautiful. But start promoting what you love. Use that energy. Instead of saying, I don't like the media, I'm being brainwashed. Use that energy to create magic, right? Start promoting whatever you are tapping into, right? Number 8, what's helped me along my journey is to find a community who don't feel you're crazy, okay? Because to stop being brainwashed by the mainstream media, you've been told that if you think like this, you're crazy. Well, that's not the truth, right? So you need to find other people who definitely know you're not crazy, right? And start appreciating your perspective. And that's how you become more empowered with your story and you support each other. What's number 9? Now, many times we live by other people's standards, right? A lot of people are brainwashed by the mainstream media by even trying to look a certain way. This skin is better than that skin. My body is better than your body. Start living by your own standard, okay? That's how to stop being brainwashed by the mainstream media. To brainwash anyone, all you got to do is say, this is the standard. This is how the perfect person looks. Couldn't be further from the truth. You got to start living by your own standard and creating your own rules. And number 10, what helped me to stop being brainwashed by mainstream media is to get over the artificial constructions, okay? It's all a game. Race, countries, nationalities, all of these are programs which create separation. The ego loves separation. In the heart space, there is no race, there is no countries, there is no nationality. There's actually nothing to fight for. To have a war, you need different countries. Think about it. If we are all one country, then there's nobody to fight. Slow motion this side. So ultimately, it's all about getting back to your true authenticity and realizing that you can create a new story. You don't have to tune into the old one. And then you say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? We're out here. Woo! Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Have a beautiful day. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You!